bro is talking in code. I don't know what any of these turns talking about Y1 to the rising one to the 431 or something. Like I don't know. Okay. Let me help you understand. So it's Jay. Can you put us on the Tekken for me? I appreciate you, bro. Okay. So it's simple. It's simple. So 1 is left punch. Your jab, right? Your jab is 1. Your cross, your right arm, your back arm. 2. I'm using a boxing character, so he doesn't kick. But 3 is your front leg, right? That's your front leg. And then 4 is your back leg, right? So when I say 1, 2, 3, 4, it's connecting to, you know, like when a boxing coaches tell you 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I mean? Like they're giving you boxing commands like a jab, a straight, uppercut, or right. Okay, so if I say if you say 1, 2, 3, 4 in Tekken, you're talking about left hand, right hand, 1, 2, left, right, and then your left leg, 3, back leg, 4. Because you know in Tekken, each limb is connected to a button. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm saying that the moves are broken down into 1, 2, 3, 4. If we look at the command list, right? If you see a move, it says forward 2, meaning triangle. Your triangle button or Y button if you're on Xbox is 2. That's their right arm. Okay, if I look at Sonic Fang is 1, 1, 2. If you press 1, 2 together, you get, or square and triangle together, or X and Y together, you get Sonic Fang. But when you're trying to talk to somebody about general Tekken, I don't know what console you're on. So instead of me trying to talk to you like we're talking on console, let's have a general conversation of Tekken of when you're trying to tell me what a move is or tell me what action you're doing, you're gonna tell me in Tekken coding, 3, 4, 1, 2, 2, 1. The move is a 1, 1, 2. So this move is 1 down 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1 down 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's just reading the moves at, you know what I mean, as numbers. It just makes it easier for you to understand the game. Talking to anybody without talking about the controller and being like, maybe like, you talk about triangle. You said triangle, circle, square. Normal 1, 2s in Tekken are 10 frame startups. So 10 frames when we're talking about frame data. The closer you are to 0, when we're talking about like speed of a frame, the closer you are to 0, the faster a move is. So if a move is a 1 frame startup, that means that move is light, like you can't see it. It's so fast you wouldn't be able to see it. That's how fast the move is. It's a 1 frame startup, you won't see it. When a move is a 10 frame startup, you can see it. So a 10 frame startup would be, like I said, guys, a jab. A jab would be a 10 frame startup. That's a 10 frame startup. It's how fast a move is. Tekken has a baseline of how fast a move is. You can only throw out a 10 frame move because that will be your the fastest move you could throw out is a 10 frame move in Tekken. That's a ground rule. So when you know that, you have to start to compare the numbers. So that's offensive. Now on the flip side, what's the defensive? So if I throw out moves that are 10 frames, the only way somebody, if I'm minus 10, the only move somebody will be able to punish me with is a jab. So any move that I throw out that is minus 10 on block, remember the fastest move in the game is a 10 frame startup. So the only way they could punish me off this move is if they know the move and they know that they have to use a 10 frame startup. Because that's the only way you could punish. I love y'all. I want y'all to make sure y'all screenshot this, take this list, understand it. It's very simple. It's simple to really understand. You got offense on the left side, you got defense on the right side. On offense, we have the fastest moves, which is the 10 frame startup. Okay. You get to more trickier stuff the higher you go up in frame data. Excuse me. These represents the number of categories that each character has on this game. Each character has frames from 10 ranging up to 20 something. Once you know the basic part of the game, the simple necessity of the game, you'll understand that 10 frames to 11, 10 to 12 leaves you in 50-50 situations. They normally have moves that go to 50-50 situations. 12 to 13 are normally things that have very, very tricky properties that you can hit confirm off of. So if you use those 12 to 13 frame moves and you hit confirm, you'll be able to go into a deeper setup. If they block it, you'll be able to go into something else that leads you into a plus stance or something that'll allow for you to be plus, and then they still have to make a deeper read. And if they miss the read, their turn is hecka over. A lot of times it'll lead to a punish, or it could lead to just them not having a turn anymore. On hit, when you understand that these moves have on hit properties, understanding each on hit property lets you know how to approach your opponent. If you keep throwing out offensive moves that always leave you 0 to -5 on hit or on block. So on block, let's say the move is 0 to -5 on block. These little moves, these 10, 11, 12s, that's what these are. These 0 to -5s, 10, 11, 12. They always leave you 0 to -5. These are the moves you got to be careful of because they will sidestep you. They will bait you with these moves. They will raw duck you. They will parry you with these moves. So 0 to -15, -5 leads to safe on block, can sidestep, can duck, can parry. So be careful. They could be baiting you right now. They could be decoding you, trying to figure you out. That's the first level. Could be trying to get you, could be trying to understand you. Okay. Once you get the understanding of your opponent, you use your jab to fill your opponent out, to get into 50-50s, safe 50-50s. Once you get your opponent filled out and you understand that when you throw out a jab, they keep throwing out highs. You raw duck. You punish it with something. Once you know what you are on hit, it'll tell you what you have access to. So on hit moves, +1 to +5 when you're on hit leads into +10 to +15, +10 to +14 moves. +1 to +4 on hit, anytime you connect with the attack. Your next move, you now get an unlock tree. So when you just took a something and you purchased it, it's an unlock tree in the game and it unlocks new moves you have access to now. On hit unlocks more 10 frames to 14 frame moves because each move, the fastest move in the game, is a 10 frame startup. So if you already have a +4 on the board and you're using 14 frame startup, 14 minus 4 is what? 10. It means any move you throw out will be just as fast as a jab. So you're basically telling an opponent all you can do is throw jabs all game. And if you do throw a jab, I'm gonna launch you. I'm gonna punish you with something that's gonna cripple you because we're gonna trade because I'm actually +10 here. You should have just blocked, but you want to hit buttons. I know what my on hit is. Okay, now we got to get deeper into the frame data. +6 is when you start to get real good. You start hit confirming real good. Now you're +6 to +10. +6 +10 on hit leads to even deeper frame data. That leads to 16 frame startups, 17 frame startups, 18 frame startups, 19 frame startups, 20 frame startups. Mine actually just say +6 to infinity. +6 to infinity leads you into all this. Because if you're +13, it leads you into a 17 frame startup move. Because the move is plus. They can't hit a button. They need to know this. And if they don't know this, guess whose problem it is? Ain't yours. Okay, I have a character that wants to counter hit trade. I understand what the on hit stuff means, but I have a counter hit character. I need to counter hit. Okay, I thought a move, right? And the move says trade, I'm +5 and +9 on block. I mean on hit. I wouldn't have thought this counter hit move. When do I throw it out? When you're +5 to +9. Why? Because most of your counter hits are going to be 13 frame startups, 14 frame startups. Last time, let's do the numbers like exactly. So let's say you have a move. Let's say you have a move that leaves you +5, right? It leaves you +5. I want to be exactly on a 9. I want to be exactly at +9 after this move is finished. If I'm already +5, right? I'm +5. I'm gonna throw out I mean, let's say not even 9. Let's say I want to be 8. Like me, I love being +8. I love that number because that leads into my back one. So +8 is my magic number. I want to be 8. Okay. So I'm just gonna do my move is a 13 frame startup. So 13 minus 5. I have 5 on the board. 13 minus 5. I have 5 on the board. I'm +8. That's a counter hit. And again, I've shown you guys multiple times why this is a counter hit. If I hit you with a move that's +5, I have to hit confirm. Counter, that's counter hit. This move on hit leaves me +5. This back one is a 13 frame startup. Counter hits are between +5 and +9. Those are where you're gonna get the best counter hits in the game. So if you have a move that counter hits, like this move counter hits, it's +7, it's +17. This move is +17. I only have 5 on the board. I wouldn't use this move. I wouldn't use that. It's +17. If I have 5 on the board, that's a 12 frame startup. They could still stop me from getting to this move. I wouldn't throw this. This move is a 16 frame startup. I'm +5. Yes, it'll be +11, but if they jab me, I won't be able to use this move. It's only 5 on the board. It's 5 on the board from this going into this. That's just not the right call. I could do the 1+2 because let's say if I get this, I get the hit. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna keep hitting 1+2 and show you how this works. Got it. Because mind you, like I said, I'm +5. 1+2 is a 14 frame startup. If I'm +5, this move right here, this is a 14 frame startup. That's 14 frames, right? So if 14 frames -5 is 9. So +9 leaves you in counter hit territory. That's all Tekken is. So if you learn how to play math in Tekken, you'll win. Thank y'all for watching the video. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. If you love more content like this, I'll be breaking stuff down on twitch.tv/Treandj with Lil Bro. We finna get into this ranked gameplay action, so y'all might want to come in and tune in. I love y'all. Thank y'all.